Questers of Yalpelor. Questers of Yalpelor. We are here to quest in Yalpelor. We are questers of Yalpelor.
Good evening. Welcome to Questers of Yalpelor. Questers of Yalpelor is a weekly online improvised adventure game comedy show. My name is Itamar. I'm your host and game master, and I have with me 4 hilarious improvisers and actors from all over the world to travel through the lands of Yalpelor with me. Yes, almost 4. Almost 4.
I had a moment. I was like, wait, no, we are 4. Oh, not 4.
With me.
Derail your introduction.
Exactly.
I mean, technically, Idamar's an improviser, so
What else is new?
he's just been insulting us
my
for the past
4 friends. My 4 friends who I love and are with me tonight, all of them right here, are, in order, as appearing on screen, Matt, playing Grebble Bumblin Esquire, a quarterling bubblemanster who's desperately seeking to reclaim his family fortune. We have Jada playing Triss, a nebulous summoning who's only recently gained sentience, now gleefully exploring life in Yalpelor with their new friends. We have Talia playing Aklis Darkmoor, a traveling death knight with an ancestral sword and lots of family history. And with us in spirit, though not in body tonight, is Trent playing Dirt Hotbelly. His father is an angel, his mother is a volcano, and he's 100% half rock body. Dirt's portrait will be playing Trent tonight. Will be taking the place of Trent tonight in our cast.
And we will occasionally switch to bad impersonations of Dirt too.
I think you mean great impersonation.
Yes.
How great they are is traditionally determined the week after when the player returns.
I mean, to be fair, I think they're going to be dirty.
We'll see. They're probably going to be punishing, but if they're dirty or not, yeah, that remains to be seen, I think. So these 4 players are here, not just to play their own characters. As usual, they're expected to do a lot more than that as their fancy strikes them, including inventing new characters and details, playing other characters, segue into unexpected scenes, and just make my job as Game Master more interesting and chaotic than it would otherwise be. The game system we're using is Macchiato Monsters. It's an old school game in the style of Dungeons & Dragons. We're using assets and creations by all sorts of awesome fans and artists from all over the web. If you're interested in any of the images and sounds that you're seeing and hearing on stream, scroll down below the video and you will see the full list of awesome creative people. Then you can check them out for yourself. And now it's time for a word from our sponsor.
Well, hi there. Is your apartment so filthy that you wish you could just open a crevasse and put everything in it?
Yeah.
Do you find unexpected growths in your house?
Often.
Then what you need is Dirt Be Gone. That's right, Dirt Be Gone. You'll love it.
Hey!
Usually it's $30 and 30 cents, but right now you can get it for only $20 and 20 cents while stocks last. And for when you're in a hurry, Dirt Be Gone Russian. Because my impersonation of Dirt will probably sound better.
Don't be dirty, just be pantsy.
Nice.
Thank you, Matt, with some help from Jada and our love and appreciation of Dirt, which fueled this message from our new sponsor tonight. That was brilliant. I think we're almost ready to begin, and we're going to start in just about a minute. Before that, a quick recap. We're actually done with a couple of quests, a series of quests in the jungle, before our heroes decided to just head out and back into mainland Yalpelor, a much more hospitable area, instead of staying outside in the jungle, in the dangerous jungle. You've hung out in the dense tropical jungle more to the northeast, and then you went south and south into the more colder, swampier areas until you've actually reached an actual swamp, and you found a place to plant one of the 2 life seeds you had. It was an easier task than the other one because this seed was one that's already been tapped for the life force inside it. The one that you still have needs a much more special place. And you also met a new friend or acquaintance or whatever, a Lithpothorath named Hydra, which you again helped ? But at least it seemed when you left that you did help them.
We
I
help.
mean, we did what they asked,
Exactly.
which turned out to be quite destructive.
Exactly. You did what they asked, and you did help them create a new area of shade in their territory, so they can now rest underneath it in the warm summer days.
And
I
you know
mean,
what
we
they say?
remodeled.
What?
You know what they say? 2 heads are better than 1.
Exactly. And you know what they say? If you're going to remodel, make sure it looks like death.
Right. Exactly. Death never goes out of style. Is something that everyone knows is always true. One of the truths of Yalpelor. And
One of the truths of the Darkmoors.
now that you were done with that part, it's a few, like I think the third out of a series of few quests you did in the jungle. You decided to head out, and you are now, or you were now for a few days on your way north and northwest, like back into Yalpelor, until just as Hydra told you, eventually you found a more welcoming terrain, so it doesn't necessitate dirt casting the Pathify spell, the very expensive and draining Pathify spell every morning to create a path in the jungle for your wagon to roll through. You now can just walk a little more fast, like more quickly. Not many paths to go on, but at least it's flat terrain, mainly some rolling hills and grassy flatlands, very peaceful and nice to walk through.
Marigold the horse looks really happy.
Oh, yeah, much happier about walking through this terrain, which was her horse's hooves are more evolutionarily suited to walk on. And then, because it's a few days, I don't know which one of you is still missing any attribute damage that you've taken, any hit point damage, or any abilities that are missing. You can refresh everything, 'cause it's been a few days of walking. Tell me if your ability's on screen. Please check out your abilities right here on screen that everyone can see. Make sure that it fits what it says on your character sheet, because I have the feeling I
my
updated some of
constitution's,
it.
Back to normal.
Your what?
My constitution is back to normal.
And how much is normal?
12. Oh, but
12.
did I get dumber? Because it says on screen that my wisdom should be 11, but on
You
my character
switched
sheet,
something though, remember? You switched something.
Wait. What on your sheet? What is your wisdom?
On my sheet it says 7.
7 wisdom?
Yeah.
Well,
That can't be right.
it
I
kind
feel
of
like that's not right. I mean, it could be right.
it kind of
Must have been a
sounds
mistake. I'll
like you took damage. It sounds like you took damage. I mean, there was some
that made me
attacks.
dumber?
Wisdom damage
Many
is not.
blows to the helmet.
No, intelligence
I mean-
damage is damage that makes you dumber. Wisdom damage is damage that makes you more attacks your willpower. You're more shaky and less connected to the world.
Mm.
So can I get those points back if it's been a few days?
Sure, yeah, you can heal your wisdom back up.
Thank
You
you.
probably needed to bring it up like the couple of nights that we already played, and now with a couple more days you have, or several days of walking, it's back up to 11, which is the maximum, the usual maximum. I'm gonna guess. Now, I'll check in previous episodes because these numbers are always on screen. I'm probably gonna see that it's been 11 for forever, so that's probably the right number. Jada?
So are we at 3 goals out of 5 or 4?
3 out of 5.
Isn't it? But with planting the life seed, isn't it 4?
Planting the life seed was 3.
Was that 3? Okay,
Of course,
cool.
it
That's what I
was
wanted to
number 3.
confirm.
Yeah. Okay.
Because mine still said 2, I hadn't updated it.
Mm.
Excellent. I was just so excited that we finally did it.
You did, yeah. Cool. So
Or should we do
the walk is comfortable. Marigold is happy. You're all happy for the change in scenery, at least. I'm guessing. You tell me if your disposition.
Happy?
Hmm.
Is Wilk happy?
Oh, I mean, Wilk kind of gotten used to being left alone wherever you need to go do something dangerous, and because it's been a few days with no hair-raising adventures, it means that you've been together the whole time. So yeah, she is happy. She is much happier. She also did mention again in passing at some point in one of, like a random point during the walk, that the idea that was floated about maybe finding more about religion and how priests and like clerics in Yalpelor and in Emag operate and where they live and what they do might be very helpful to her. So that's something that
Find her a
she's
convent.
always also like thinking about and looking for. Yeah, I mean, I think it's an official goal, right? Isn't it? Or anyway, it could be.
Yeah, get rid of Wilk.
Yeah, Matt?
I'd like to know how well Grebble knows this part of the world, and if he knows of any towns nearby, because we've been out in the woods for a long time. I think we're running low on food, and also, well, yeah, and also I kind of just Grebble himself also wants to get to a town in general.
Well, yeah, I think that you can know about the area that you're in, and I think that if you want, we can establish you're now to the southeast of Emag,
Right.
almost exactly to the southeast of Emag. We can establish that maybe your homeland is somehow close to here. It's not going to be this area, but somehow not far away from where we are, because we never said exactly where geographically you come from.
That's right.
So that could be determined today if you want to.
I'm happy for it to be close by. That would be quite entertaining.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So yeah, it is close by, and that means that you are familiar with the general area, because we already know, because we did the monster writing, which turned out to be a much more varied session this Saturday night, where we wrote not just monsters but an entire village for you. Then
An
we
entire
know
village for us to kill.
to
see, to make
explore, to be acquaintanced with, and then decide for yourself what to do.
To
So
pun Wilk on.
the what? Who?
To-
to
Get rid of Wilk.
Oh, to get rid of.
I said pawn, but yeah, let's just.
Can we get money for Wilk?
That was the idea. It was like money or like maybe. Well, we'll probably have to pay someone to take Wilk.
Okay, all right.
So I know that there's a village nearby, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you know that there's a village nearby, and now we are going to do a round with the three of you, with you going first, Matt, and then we'll go in order. So then Jada and last Taya, inventing a detail about this village. It's all things that Grebble tells everyone, so it's all coming out of Grebble's mouth, but it's something that the three of you are going to decide together. We didn't write many things about the people living in the village and the way the village looks physically on Saturday. This is details that I purposefully left for today to be determined. So the kind of people and the look of the houses and things around the village are things that you need to now decide on. The one thing you do need to know, the village is on the shore of a large lake, because you wanted the option to have a beach episode, which you can still have today or next week if you want to. And the main crop is rice. They have rice paddies next to the village. And that's it. That's what you need to know right now. You now go ahead, Matt, with the first fact about the village.
I came up with a fact and it doesn't fit in that, so I'm gonna have to come up with a new one.
Sure.
So there's a lake and there's rice paddies and there's kind of the village itself it goes right out onto the water, and there's like Part of it's on the land, and then part of it is on like wooden planks and poles and sticks that goes out into the water.
Yes.
And above the village is, to one side is a cliff, and on top of that cliff is some kind of large stone structure.
Large stone structure. Nice. Does this stone structure look like the rest of the houses in the village or different?
So, no, because most of the houses in the village are wood.
Wood.
To like survive. So, because stone on top of wooden planks doesn't do very well in the middle of the water.
True. Not a good
I
idea.
was originally going to make it like a mill on top of the hill, a mill on the hill, but I don't know if you mill rice.
Don't, but that goes
Why
into
not?
my fun fact about the village. So I'm glad we were
perfect.
thinking in the same direction.
Cool, I'm writing all this down. While you are making up these facts, also consider that we don't have a name for the village yet. So if one of you wants to decide that...
Oh, I do know what it's called.
okay.
Nice.
So, Matt, are you done with your
I'm
facts?
totally done.
Cool.
Yeah, except the thing you missed a bit about the cliff and the.
Yeah, I'm going to write that down as well.
I
While...
didn't have some time to write it before I added my bits.
Cool, so next to
Tell
the
us the name,
village, there is a tall
It's based on
cliff
my fun fact.
with
You'll
a...
know.
Oh, okay, cool.
an
So
old
fun fact first.
stone structure on top of it. Okay.
So the old stone structure is in fact this spectacular house that belongs to the richest man in the village. And the richest man in the village is the richest man in the village because he discovered how to make a very special adhesive that uses rice. But it's a special milling process. So he built an enormous factory which is on the other side of the lake, almost like an eyesore from where the village proper is. And it belches all kinds of smoke, but they take the rice there, and when it comes out, it is a special type of adhesive, a special type of glue. And this man is known as Rice Paddy.
Hey.
And so the town has been renamed in his honor, was my idea. So as in like,
So it's
welcome
like-
to Rice Paddies.
Or Paddy Town.
Paddy Town, but he's the third Rice Paddy. So he's Rice Paddy the third.
Okay.
And actually, to be fair, it was the original man was Rice Paddy, but now it's his granddaughter, so it's Rice Patricia. But Rice Paddy.
Wait,
So
so...
Rice Patricia is the mayor and also the town council elect, and also but yes, it's all
Well,
run by Rice Paddy.
Now that I know that, Grebble is super interested in going to see how they make the glue so that I can
you
move
would
my
be
glue
right.
magic.
That's cool. So definitely, but also, how do I spell Rice Paddy, the name?
Patty.
Rice Paddy. And Rice Paddy is... The current Rice Paddy is
But
Patricia?
Rice is spelled RHYS, so Rice Paddy.
Wait,
It's spelled
sorry?
Rice, but it's
Oh.
RHYS.
It's
Oh, Rice Paddy.
Yeah.
Nice.
And our current mayor is Rice Paddy the third. Rice Patricia, to be fair. They do that lovely thing with the Japanese where last name is first.
So,
Oh, so the surname is Rice. Gotcha.
So it's the richest woman in the village who built, whose ancestor
Was the original Rice Paddy.
built an enormous
Exactly.
factory in which they make a special adhesive from the rice.
Mm-hmm. But it's not a normal adhesive.
Rice Paddy the third, Patricia. Cool, nice. Almost out of room, and we're still not done with the facts. That's really, really cool. Oh, so we know that the village is named. What is the name of the village?
I think something with the word patty in it, like Pattyton.
Pettyville.
Pettyville.
Town.
Patty on the lake.
Patty Police.
Paddy on the lake.
Rice
Paddy on the
Police.
lake. Definitely.
Patty on the lake. Is it this Patty? This spelling of Patty that I'm using?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool, nice, very good. So this is a very good start. Let's hear the third fact from Talia.
Right. So, Patty on the lake used to be quite a popular tourist destination because of the nice lake and everything. But over the last few years, its popularity has been declining, and people are very desperate to restore it to its former glory and maybe get some new business going.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Decline in
Alright.
recent years. They are looking for ways to bring it back. To bring back the popularity.
Yeah.
So every year they've been having a music festival. Every year they have a music festival. But it never. But they don't have any good musicians, and no one actually wants to go there because of the factory on the lake. So it's small.
Okay. They've tried hosting a music festival in recent years. We'll see about that when we start playing. That's very cool.
We happen to be near a place called Paddy on the Lake. I used to go there when I was little with my family, and we'd go on holiday there. But I don't know. We didn't go recently. I'm not entirely sure why. But it might be quite a nice place to stop in at.
What's a holiday?
It's like a day off.
Are we gonna have a day off? Off where?
Day of what?
Where do we go off from?
Dirt, help me explain.
Oh yes, holiday. Like no, this is way too Russian.
I told you.
Do it.
Well, Tris, you see when Jada also goes Russian. Damn. Tris, you see there are many dirty things that you can find by a lake, and it is fun to roll in them. And when you roll in them, you find fun. That is a holiday.
Serves me right for going to dirt for help.
Grebble, tell everyone also what kind of people live in this village. What stock are they from?
What stock? Oh, you mean like? Okay, right. Well, there's a few halflings,
Mm-hmm.
and there's humans. Quite a few humans actually, and on top of that, there are these little people that love rice so much. They're about 2 foot tall, and they are they're kind of green. They're green and 2 foot tall, and I'm making it up. If you weren't able to tell, I'm making it up as I go along.
Yeah.
These little 2 foot tall green things that are sweet and jolly, and they like rice very much. So they moved to the area because they wanted the rice from the rice paddies.
And if you're bigoted against them, you're racist.
That's right. And they
And they're
could,
the main workers in the factory.
they could be called ricelings. Halflings
fact,
and
there are-
ricelings.
In fact, there are legends that the Ricelings came at the same time that the first rice paddy first founded the factory, though no one has been able to quite map those dots.
This is starting to sound like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, they're the Oompa Loompas.
I wasn't even thinking about them as Oompa Loompas. That's amazing.
Well, the thing about ricelings is they never sing.
No. In fact, they're tone deaf.
Oh, that's why their music festival is so bad.
Because while the Ricelings like to think they can sing, they can't. But everyone likes the Ricelings, so they still let them have the majority of the slots. And that's why no one comes.
Cool. Nice. All right, good. So now we know a lot about this village, and now so do you, because Grebble told you all about what to expect when you get there. You get there in the afternoon of one of the days. There's still a few hours of sunlight, but it's well past noon. Right now, it's very, you don't see anyone approaching the village when you're outside of the village. No one meets you on your way. You just see the houses, and you see the lake. And you see from the angle that you're approaching the village from, like from your direction, you see the lake kind of like spilling out into the village, like spilling out into the lake. You see that the line of houses actually continues a little bit onto the water, and it seems quite cool and very peaceful. But when you actually approach enough to start seeing people, the atmosphere changes a little bit, and even though the weather is still nice, the sun is still shining, and nothing around you in the physical world actually changes. The village seems low somehow, low energy, like it's not welcoming to you. People look at you, and beyond the usual suspicious looks that halflings usually give you, Grebble, because you're a quarterling, it's a little bit more than that. It seems like they're all looking at you like you're not. I wouldn't say that you're not welcome, but you're not expected, or you're not especially welcomed with open arms to the village. Even though you know, Grebble, that they have been trying to get people to come and enjoy and actually like to be tourists and guests in the village for quite a few years. It doesn't really seem like
there's shops on the boardwalk on the bit that goes out into the water. They don't look open today.
Yeah, they seem to be like, some of them are open, some of them are not, and it's just the middle of a regular day. You would expect some commerce to happen. Actually, there don't seem to be any foreigners here except for you. You're the only ones who are not villagers around. People work, they're doing their work. There's some fishermen in the village alongside the rice farmers, and they seem to be, some of them are already getting back, and they have some fish. The village is alive, things happen, people are walking between the shops, especially buying the basic necessities of life, like food. But no one seems to be having any fun doing it. People are not talking to each other. And you do notice... okay, actually, you know what? Let's keep that for a few minutes from now. So not yet. Tris, go ahead.
Atlas, Grebble, could we go on a boat? I heard there's boats. It would be fun. We could go out with dirt. Maybe you could make like a lava. We could have a mini volcano. We could give them. I just want to see a boat.
I'd love to go out in a boat. In particular, I'd like to cross the lake at some point and go to the factory on the other side. They make glue there, and I'd like to see if I can figure out something while I'm there. Find an expert maybe, and improve my glue magic.
Atlas, can we go on a boat? Please?
I suppose we could. I probably have to wear something else.
A bathing suit of armor?
Yes.
Okay.
Applause.
I mean, the apparel stores are some of the stores that are closed right now. Nobody seems to want to buy clothes, especially not fancy clothes or stuff for fun like bathing suits. But there are stores that sell that, just not open today.
Tris is literally like, Tris is loving it. Like, Tris is sort of darting and like looking into windows and waving at people and then going back and telling Grebble and Atlas like what they've seen and what else there is.
Tris, roll charisma, please.
Ooh.
And I think you're very curious, so you also get advantage. Not that you needed it, but you got advantage on this roll because
I'm very curious.
Yeah.
I'm very cute.
It has to do with your trait, definitely. You're very curious. You want to find out things, and you immediately notice. I mean, that all of you notice that Tris immediately. It's like it's like throwing darts at a pillow. It just hits and stays there. It's not nothing. Nobody waves back at you, or when they do, they don't do it happily. They don't seem like they're happy to see you or want to start a conversation. And you notice more than that. You notice that there is like almost a physical sensation of a blanket on top of this village. There's something that's laying heavy on the minds of people here, subduing.
Place is cursed.
Subduing them, and making it hard for them to be welcoming to you, to be nice to each other. And just as soon as you realize that and you notice that, all of you see two things. First of all, there's a sign that says boat ride, just a few coins. And again, that's one of the businesses that don't that aren't open right now, but it's there, and you can see the person who usually operates it right next door, so you can find them. And the second thing you see is a couple of fishermen who have been arguing about where they get to moor their boats, because one of them thinks the other one stole their place. And they're standing right on the dock, and their argument just now is devolving into a fight, an actual fisticuffs. It's a short human and a tall halfling who are just now starting to punch at each other, throw punches around. They don't seem to be
both about my height then.
Both about your height, yes. The tall halfling is a bit shorter than you are, and the short human is a bit taller than you are. Right, and they don't seem to be holding their punches. Pretty soon, after 20 seconds of this fight, already they're scratched and bleeding, and one of them fell down and rolled around on the dock, got back up, clothes are starting to tear, and people around are looking all just as dejectedly as they've been looking at you since you've got in the village. So no, no.
Where did you say you used to holiday here?
I did, yeah, that's right.
Doesn't seem like a very nice place.
Well, the factory on the far bank used to be a lot smaller and a lot less smoky, from my memory. Used to be quite a quaint little place. Now a bit of an eyesore, to be honest. Chris, you were going to say something.
I was just gonna ask, did I do something wrong?
I don't know. What do you do?
I don't know, because I'm waving and I'm smiling and I'm trying to, but they look angry. It feels angry. It feels hard.
I don't think you've done anything wrong, but I think maybe these people don't want to make friends. But I don't.
Perhaps they're busy and they have to get on with their work.
Well, I mean, there's a fight going on with the boats right now, so maybe we should find a place. Well, we're running low on food. What if we get a room to stay somewhere tonight, and then because it's lunchtime, we might find some lunch, and then we try and get a boat across the river after lunch.
Yes, that's a great idea, and also we could find a place to leave the cart, wagon. What do we have? What's the difference? The thing we have, and marigold, and Wilk.
I feel like while we were all talking, Dirt just walked right over to where the fight is happening.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you would.
And just in that moment, sort of was looking at them and then picked each one of them up, like from and sort of like.
What is happening? Why are you fighting?
He stole my boat.
No,
why did you steal his boat?
He stole my boat. It was in my space, and now it's this boat in my space.
And my boat was in your space, and you took my boat.
It was my space before it was your boat in your space, because it was always my boat, my space.
What is
Well,
that?
This seems
all
like
this
a
talk about
very
my space, I'm
stupid
gonna hit you in
fight.
the face with a book.
Nah, just let a little birdie tweet at me, why don't you? My space. My boat.
Are you done?
I'd like to be let down.
This is very high.
Itamar, you said they were on the docks or near the docks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the docks.
I'll Dirt will hold them both over the water. Do you still want to be let down?
Hey, I can't swim. What do you think we taking me for? A swimmer? I'm a fisherman.
Alright,
kind
it would
of
seem
fisherman
like a
boat
good thing to
then?
know how to swim.
The kindest fisherman that has a boat in my space.
I'd like, drop both of us. Oh, sounds like a good plan to me.
It's not fair. I was here first. It was my boat. It was my boat, my space, and you did. Could you put me not on the water?
Why can't you just be friends like you used to?
We weren't friends.
Oh, we used to be
No, I
friends.
think you used to be
boat
friends.
stealer.
I think we did used to be friends.
Did we?
Yeah, a long time back.
Huh.
But we're not friends now.
No.
Well,
He's
you
a
should be.
boat stealer.
Roll charisma, Dirt.
How do I roll
You have to do
charisma
it
for
in
dirt?
our-
I
You have to
guess roll 2d20, and you're rolling twice because you have advantage. You're pretty forceful about what you're doing.
But we don't have the sheet, so...
Yeah, but he's charisma
Okay.
is 6. Oh,
Well-
so he did do one of them.
You rolled a 3, one of your rolls, so with advantage that means that you made it, and the
I get it.
the meaning of this is that you got to them. So kind of Dirt is like, I'm not sure that now you're going to be best friends, but Dirt got to you and kind of convinced you to rethink this fight at least.
Right, so you two rethink your life choices. Maybe be friends again, or more than that if you want to. I don't know you what your preferences are.
Right, all right, you don't have to be so ominous over us.
Yeah, it's like you're on an ominous or something. I just want to go back
That's
to my
not a real
boat.
word. That's not a real word. That doesn't sound like a real word. Dirt will put them down, I guess.
All right, and they.
That's it. I solved your problem.
There I fixed it. Great. So
Dirt,
yeah,
Ooh,
you're all
can we go on their boat?
I think considering all that fuss over the boat, we might be best not just taking it.
Oh.
Why not? They are gone. They were here. They are not. There is a boat. They are friends now.
Are you our friends? My name is Two Sisters, and means 2046. What's
Oh,
your
I
name?
think they're friends with each other, not necessarily with us. But perhaps they'd be willing to be.
I think they're all ready to be gone by now and go on about their business. They're still and again, Triss, is something that your senses are picking up as if it's a physical thing. They don't want to be bothered too much. They definitely don't want to have new friends. They don't even like their old friends. So they just want to go, and that's what they do as soon as you physically let them go, Dirt. So yeah, they're away if you just physically let them.
I think Trish will go tell Dirt that I think everyone is really mean.
Right, this place is obviously cursed.
I mean, maybe someone just died and they're having a funeral.
You notice something now that is a little bit different because it's someone actually giving you attention and actually trying to catch your attention. On the other side of the docks, like 100 meters away, there's some thing that looks like a little water tower. Imagine a water tower, just a little smaller, the size of a small hut. And underneath it, there's a person who's motioning you over and trying to catch your attention. She seems to be a woman, middle-aged woman, dressed in clothes of someone who's not a laborer, like a little fancier than most.
Well, maybe that lady will have a boat that we could use, or maybe she'll have an inn we can put Marigold in. Not Marigold in an inn, but Marigold in a stable next to an inn.
All right, so do you walk over to her?
I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's very comfortable here, even more comfortable in the streets of the village. The two streets that the village has and the docks on the water to walk the wagon slash cart with Marigold pulling it. It's another minute of slowly walking towards and letting Marigold pull the wagon towards where this woman is standing. It's right on the edge of the docks. You know, it's where this one of the streets meets the docks and becomes a wooden dock. There's this little thing that does seem to be a water tower, and the woman is dressed in a simple robe, which Grebble, then you recognize the robe and the blue coloring of the robe and the symbols on it as being those of a mage that deals generally with cold weather or ice or snow. So she does seem to be a mage, and she sees all of you. She says, "Oh, hello. It's so very nice to see you. Can I maybe bother you for a minute?"
Go away.
Hi, my name is Trisisterus.
Oh, hello, Tristeris?
Trisisterus. It means 2046.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a shorter version maybe of the name? Maybe something I can... Can I call you 2046 in my language?
They call me Tris. Friends call me Tris. You can call me Tris.
Oh, okay, Tris. Hello, and what are your names?
Hello, I just sort of making a little joke here. Strange that it's the other way round. We've had a chilly reception from everyone else and a warm reception from you.
Oh, that's well done. That's so nice. Oh, I love hearing that. Yes, you know that I'm a snowmancer?
I do, that's right, yes. Hello, I am Dirt.
Hello, Dirt.
I'm Atlas Dogmore.
Atlas Darkmoor, nice to meet you too. Okay, it has been a while since I met new people, and I'm sorry if I seem a little stressed or if I stutter. It just so happens I need some help.
Ooh, we help. We help all the time.
You do?
Yeah, we're the best helpers. We're
Why? What do you for us?
Well, I'm a snowmancer, and there are some resources I can share. But let me...
You have a boat.
I do lava. It's not very good with snow.
I don't have a boat, but there are many people here who have a boat, and I can get you access to a boat. Do you want to travel across the lake? Travel on the lake? Okay.
Yes, we were hoping to visit the factory. That's
Well,
possible.
Whatever payment I can procure, whatever help I can give you as a snowmancer, there's probably things I will be able to help you with. The help that I need is actually not for me; it's for the entire village.
What seems to be the problem?
You're in Paddy on the Lake. I don't know if you've ever been here or ever heard of this village. It's usually a very comfortable and welcoming place. Just recently it changed, and I'm afraid that I know why, and I need help to change it back.
Why?
Used to be much more welcoming place, this place.
It was, yes, it was much more welcoming. I
didn't introduce myself, by the way. I'm Grebble, and I do glue magic and also wind magic.
Wind and glue magic. Oh, that's
great.
Yeah, maybe we can help each other, or I can share some resources with you. That's definitely something that I might be able to do. I hope. I guess that's part of the problem. I don't have many resources right now, and I'm afraid that's the reason the village is the way that it is.
So it's your fault something's gone wrong to this town, is that what you're saying?
I think it is.
Why don't you start at the beginning and tell us what happened?
I have a job, not just my skills, but a specific job in this village. I'm the water cooler. And she gestures towards the water tower. You see that a few pipes lead down from the water tower and end in faucets where you can fill cups. There's some stools with towers of wooden and metallic cups that you can pick up and have a drink
Is it
of.
like a little pale blue thing that you just pull down?
Exactly, yeah, like a tap. You can fill your cups with
And
cold.
the water tower, is it kind of a little bit see-through, or?
Yeah, in fact, it is. Some of it is. You can see like the sloshing water inside the surface of the water, and
Is there a
she's.
sparkling and non-sparkling?
Yes, there's more than one compartment. But actually, she gestures to the compartment and she says, "I'm in charge of cooling the water, but right now, I can't cool the water."
Mondays, am I right?
Oh.
Have you tried turning it on and turning it back off again?
Turning it on doesn't work at all right now. It's that's what I use my skills for, and I can't because I don't have my magical reagent with which I power my spells.
Oh,
It's gone. I can't find any more of it, and it's all
it's gone
because
as in it's run out, or it's gone as in someone took it, or you lost it.
it's run out. But it's because somebody has done something, and I'm not getting any more of it.
When
Usually,
you cannot turn anything on, you should talk dirty to it.
Talk-
Maybe I go take a look.
oh, I'm
Or
not
shall
that.
I take a look?
I'm not that kind of mage. Usually, I actually make one of the tanks much cooler than the other, and one of them is actually icy with some shit. How do you call it? Like
CO2?
Ice cubes.
not ice cubes, but when you're drinking ice. The smoothie,
Like
a
a
smoothie,
slushie?
like a smoothie. Yes. So.
Slushy.
A slushy, yeah, exactly, a slushy. So I make it actually one of the tanks so cold that it becomes like an ice slushy, and you can see the condensation on the glass on the outside of the tanks when I do that. Just right now, it's all just water and dirt. As dirt goes just under the water cooler and looks up, you all see that it's not. Yeah, thank you. Chat is helping. It's slushy. Thank you very much. And you can see that it's all just water, and it seems to be room temperature. In fact, kind of warm because sun has been beating down on it all day, and the water cooler hasn't been able to cool the water down. Usually, workers, the farmers, the fishermen, and the day laborers, and everyone, just the people living in their houses, when they want to have a cool drink of water, they come here. This is usually the beating heart of the village. She looks around, you see this place is deserted, no one's coming in, but it does seem very spacious with lots of places to sit, like benches thrown around, and it looks like usually it's like a meeting spot in the village. But nobody
How
comes
long
in.
has it been like that?
For a few weeks now. I haven't been able to cool the water. When people actually have disagreements and over their land or their houses or the work that they do, they come in and I can give them a chill pill. She gestures towards a little pack on a belt that she has, and they take the chill pills and they just calm right down. There's no problem. But I haven't been able to produce the chill pills, and I haven't been able to produce my ice and snow powers because the aqueducts are gone.
The aqueducts.
The aqueducts.
Aqueducts.
The aqueducts are
All
gone.
ducks were aquatic.
Well, this is they're not regular ducks. They're ducks that are actually made out of water and ice, who come out of the lake, and are they're some of the water supply for the village.
I remember them from when I was young. They used to swim through all of the rice fields and eat out all the weeds. They did.
Yes, they do. They eat some of the weeds, and they let them eat some of the rice for that, which they're okay with because it's helpful to the process of growing the rice. But they're gone. They haven't been coming anymore from the lake.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm sure you already know this as an experienced mage, but could you not just use your own, for you know, if we're going a bit theoretical here, if we're going back to our mage studies, could you not use your own hit points in order to power your spells?
Oh.
And then, you know, perhaps take a long rest of some kind.
What
You
are
know,
hit points?
it's I wouldn't worry too much about it.
It's
Actually,
very advanced
I
theoretical material. Yeah.
Philosophy of life.
Right, I see.
It's something.
How hard do you have to hit someone?
There's a long-going theory
Well, I
that
can hit people quite hard.
if
Then
you
you have many hit points.
Oh, I see.
Well, I think it means more that you have many hit dice, which is a very subtle distinction, but a very important one. Unfortunately, what did you say your name was when you introduced yourself?
Grebble burble.
Grebble Burble. So, unfortunately, Mr. Burble, I'm even though
Please
I've been
call me Grebble.
Grebble, sorry, Grebble. Even though I've been doing this for many years, I've been actually since I was a young woman. I've had this post. I haven't had the chance to develop my powers as a mage, and I'm not capable of powering powerful spells on my own. I need
Wait.
this reagent.
So what? You're asking us for?
Maybe you can teach her.
Oh,
Teacher, we barely know her.
That's an excellent point there, Atlas. We could try and. So what you're asking is for us to help you find the aqueducts.
yes, to go out and find why they're not coming.
But how does an aqueduct help your magic? Do you have to like eat an aqueduct?
Well, not exactly eat, but their essence, in a way, their essence is the magical reagent, and I collect it and form the chill pills out of it, and that powers my spells.
What about geese and swans? Are there any of those?
Just regular geese that are here in the warm seasons. You can find probably some at the edge of the rice paddies, but they're not. They're just a nuisance. They're not magical creatures like the aqueducts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I know who did this.
Oh, you think this was
On
a
purpose?
malicious act done
I
by
think it
someone?
was deliberate, but I don't know why.
Right.
You
Well,
say
who's your
you say
suspect?
deliberate and malicious, but not delicious.
You're so Scottish.
But not deliberate and malicious, but not delicious. Malevolent
This
and
moment I was
delicious.
just like, fuss. God.
Oh god, I'm just imagining. I'm imagining Trent watching this.
Deliberate.
Oh god, this is gonna be perfect.
Deliberate.
Deliberate. So I think it was deliberate, yes, but I don't know. I don't know if it was malicious. I think it was deliberate, and I think it's more of a kind of a petty act than something that's actually intended to harm people. It's someone who lives in the lake, in an island in the middle of the lake, a place that almost none of the villagers even know about.
Oh, I think I know what this will be. This will be a witch who lives in the lake and does experiments on animals.
Oh, well, maybe yes. It's a
Seen it all
mystery.
before.
It's
I
a
don't know whose accent that one is. Hold on.
We're all the same. We're all the same.
The problem is I went too Scottish and now I can't do Grebble. There we go.
Go
We're
back.
okay.
Once you go Scottish, you can't go back.
I should have just made
There you
Grebble.
go.
Maybe Grebble's fake accent while he's being Grebble Burble is Scottish.
Scottish. Oh,
That would
that's
be very confusing.
that's good. Yes. What were we saying? We're in the middle of a conversation. Yes, it's someone who lives on the lake, and yeah, I mean they are a weird figure. They do their own sorts of magic. I don't know if I'd call them a witch, but they do magic definitely.
Right, well, that's interesting to hear.
Right?
This is how I talk. I've been talking this way the whole time.
Yes, definitely. No difference. Nothing. No change during this conversation. None that I've detected.
Excellent.
Um,
So what you're saying is you'd like us to... Oh, God. I can't do it. I've gone to Grebble in the middle of Scottish. I'll stick to Grebble. It's fine. I won't
But that actually makes sense that Grebble does a different accent and then reverts back to his own.
Yeah, okay.
accent.
In that case, I'll keep doing bad Scottish.
Okay, cool.
What you'd like is for us to go out into the middle of the lake.
Yes, I would like you to go out there and explore, find that figure, talk to them, and convince them to stop. Although, and then like you all see that she glances towards Transformer and Aklis's armor in general, like the whole battle ready appearance there. But she then says, although. It doesn't have to be forceful. You can, and she reaches into the pack, the leather pouch on her belt on the side, on her hip, and she pulls out two, it's like candy wrapped in a plastic wrapper, like the little hard candy. It's two blue pills. Two blue pieces of round candy.
Oh, the last two chill pills.
Yes, my last two chill pills. You have them. They are wrapped. Just take them out of the wrapping whenever you need them, and pop them. But maybe it always helps in talks and negotiations. You can maybe take one and give one. One of you can take one and you can give one to them, and maybe that'll help you convince them. And she hands one over. She hands both over to whoever is gonna reach over and pick them up.
I feel like Dirk probably reaches for them, but I don't know if Dirk
Yeah,
actually
Dirk
gets
reaches for them, and then Grebble just kind of gets in the way and takes them.
Okay, cool. I wonder what happens if Dirk takes a chill pill. Is it poison? It might be poison. But anyway.
We might find out.
What was this person's name?
She never said what her name was,
right.
And that's because I want your help to decide what her name is.
Because we're rude.
Yeah, I mean, you did have introductions. What is going to be her name?
Isis.
Isis. Cool. Her name is Isis.
Isis Crème.
Isis what?
Crème.
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 That was suddenly
Isis
German.
Crème. I think she was going
It's
French.
because we were speaking German before, that's why, before the show. But now I was going with the more French crème.
Crème.
No.
Crème. Isis Crème.
Crème.
Isis crème and Isis more crème and Isis is more crème.
All right, cool. So Isis,
Wait,
yeah.
Isis, perhaps, what do you know about this person that lives across the lake, and what makes you think that they are responsible for this occurrence?
Well, there are stories of this figure. Many years ago, before any of us were born, maybe the elders will remember this time, but the aqueducts...
Me, I was born a long time ago.
Oh, well, if you were around, then you definitely would have witnessed it, but
I was not here.
yeah, unfortunately. The aqueducts were gone. The aqueducts were gone completely. And the stories are that this figure from the island in the middle of the lake helped get them back. And the story is that they did this with their music. So that's the story, and this makes me think that they are responsible.
Because they once did the opposite of this. So
Yes.
you think they're responsible for this.
Yes,
Right,
exactly.
that
I mean,
makes perfect sense.
they showed a way to control them or to direct them in a way, so they must have the ability to do it.
So this person in the middle of the lake has been there for like 100 years or more.
Yeah, they were already old and capable before any of us were born, at least 50 or 60 years ago.
And did they, with their music, they never took part in the music festival?
They never have, no.
Were they ever invited? Or did you just assume they didn't want to play, and so you never asked them?
Oh, I mean, none of us, I definitely am not in touch with them. They seem to just want to stay there and not...
Well, perhaps
So you
they
never
don't
even
feel
tried to
welcome.
Well,
Don't worry
no,
about it, Tris. We can go be their friend.
never.
Yes!
I never have.
Why?
You see the consequences of your actions now, don't ya?
I guess I do. I guess I do, Grebble. And Triss and Aklis, you're all right.
And dirt.
And Dirt as well.
I'm
Dirt
also
is
right.
always right.
I guess I understand now, and maybe we should. The thing is, and then she walks over and she gets like real close to all of you, and she leans in and whispers, "I don't know how the other villagers will respond. They must be quite strange looking and maybe even frightening, scary, you know?"
What makes you think that it's strange looking?
Well, the stories are that they were invited just to bring the aqueducts back. It was like a request or a deal that the village elders made with them. Rice Paddy II made with them, and then they were gone again. So there probably
Wait.
is.
You guys never paid them? Or like gave them things? Or had a festival? Or did anything? You just let them come and do the thing and then...
Oh, I'm sure Rice Paddy II paid them. Like, you know, I'm sure they were paid in some way. Maybe not money. I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened, but they were asked by the village elders and Rice Paddy to do it.
We would. I think we'd like to help. Thing is, what's in it for us other than these 2 chill pills you've given us?
These chill pills, I expect you might need to use them during your negotiation. So I can, once the aqueducts are back in a few days, I can have many more chill pills, who are a good magical reagent for any cold-based magic. I can give you a bunch, a handful of them. These are an option. But I think I will try to get more than that. I will try to get you favors from Rice Paddy, the current Rice Paddy, the mayor of the town. So I will go talk to her immediately and make sure that he will be rewarded.
Right. Well.
Great.
Let's,
Do you know... Sorry. Go ahead, Triss.
No, it's okay.
I was just wondering, Isis, if you know of any nice inn that we can stay at or lunch at.
Sure, there is a very nice inn, or at least it is nice usually. Today it's mostly empty. It does mean you probably can get the best rooms for cheap. And yeah, it's right over there. She points, and again, it's very evident how this point is like designed or somehow was made in the last couple of decades to be the center of the village, because almost every important landmark in the village is just a finger point away. You can just walk in a straight line, so you can see just the edge of the entrance of the inn just from where you are. You just need to go right in.
What's it called?
What is it called, this inn? Let's see.
Patty cake? Oh no, that's right. That's the baker is called Patty Cakes.
Baker is called Patty Cake.
Patterin.
Patterin. Yeah, that's pretty good. Patterin.
Patterin.
It's PAT'Erin. Patterin.
Patter dash in, or what was it?
No, space.
Patter space in.
In, I see. Okay. Patter in. Cool. Oh, my cat is making lots of noise tonight. Pattern.
Triss has one question. What was their name? The aqueduct whisper music person.
We we don't. I don't know. The stories don't tell, and nobody knows.
Maybe the Patty. If you said it was the second Patty, did it? Then maybe the Patty knows. Does the Patty know?
Oh, the current mayor. is
The
what
mayor.
you're saying, sir.
Maybe Patty knows.
Sorry.
Maybe Patty knows. We can maybe try to ask her.
Well, you said you were going to go see her and sort out our reward. What if we're going to go take lunch and then we'll head out to the island? We'll rent a boat and off we go. Or even the mayor can get us a boat. That would be nice.
Sure. So I think that we can just propel the day a little bit forward
Yep.
to when you've went into the inn.
So have we left Wilk at the inn with Marigold, or is Wilk coming with us?
There. Well, it's your decision. There's definitely a place to park, like in the stables, Marigold and the cart, and Marigold's gonna have a lot of tasty food. You need to pay for at least a couple of rooms, right? I don't know how you divide
Okay.
yourself between the rooms.
I don't know if we need rooms right now because
What? Yeah,
it's
we're paying for lunch.
daytime and we don't know what's gonna happen in the evening. So
Oh, I see. Okay.
how about we just have lunch and leave Marigold? We can pay for that, and we'll can go for ourselves.
Are we talking silver, gold?
So it's just no rooms, just have some food and park Marigold there.
Yeah.
Is oh, do you maybe want a room for Wilk if you're leaving her?
I think
No,
Wilk's coming.
let's
I
bring
don't think
Wilk.
there's a graceful way for us to get rid of Wilk.
We're bringing Wilk.
You're bringing Wilk? Cool, you're
Yes.
bringing Wilk. So it's just silver then.
Silver, okay.
Cool, no problem. You paid some silver coins. No dent in your pocket from this, and you leave Marigold there with nice, lots of hay and some vegetable and fruit to be eaten while she's there. Much better
She
than
really likes
Like
it
carrots.
basket. Yeah, she's got like a whole basket just filled with different shapes. of
like
fruit.
carrots.
Apples would also be nice. She likes apples.
Okay, yeah, they definitely the patter of the patter inn, a big burly man, takes all the instructions and says, "Sure, we have a lot of food." He's again not forthcoming and friendly and nice about it because nobody is right now, but he likes your money and he has good food to feed her. Everything is going to be mixed with a little bit of rice because that's what they make almost all of their food from. And when you
Rice
eat,
is
Do they
poisonous
not
for
have
horses.
beer?
it
Do
is
they not have beer? Do they
I don't
just
know. I'm
have
just making
sake?
shit up. It's probably okay.
rice beer.
Well, no, I was gonna say is that like instead of like just, I mean maybe they do also do like rice beers, but they're really famous for their sake, like their rice wines and their rice ciders and like everything is fermented.
I
rice.
think so. Yeah, they have rice liquor, rice-based liquor.
It's not called sake; it's called pake.
Pake?
Pate, probably.
Pate? Pate? Well, I think,
Or,
yeah.
or like patu. It's soju like.
It's just
The
rice
important thing is
wine. It's
the
rice
mayor's got
wine.
us a boat and we're heading out to the island.
And
Wait,
yeah,
shouldn't we meet the mayor?
so yeah, you meet the mayor because
cool.
Isis is bringing Patty to the inn to meet you, so you have a little talk there. The mayor, an older woman, older than Isis, with mostly gray and white hair, is very curt when talking to you. Gets down to business and doesn't have a lot of time to hang around. Again, even though you get what you want, and she seems to be understanding and in favor of you helping, and then that definitely promises you payment in return. She also seems to be not especially up to being friendly or open in any sort of way.
Wait, who was that? I
The mayor.
wasn't. Okay, I was
Patty, yeah, the
concentrating
mayor.
because I was googling whether horses can eat rice.
be important. And can they?
Yeah, it's okay.
So they feed some rice to the horses as well, but it's good food. She's gonna eat well. You also eat well. It's like rice cakes and rice bread and rice pudding.
Crispies, Rice Krispies.
Rice Krispies. Yeah, everything is made of rice.
Tristan
With
enjoys watching everyone eat.
a side, except like for the main courses of rice, and then the sides are all the vegetables and meat and grain and stuff. Oh, and fish.
And wait. And for dirt, do they have like I don't know, something like they've got rice grains, but they're covered in like a small edge of metal or something, so that it's crunchy Krispies.
I don't think they have food for dirt unless dirt wants to eat the cutlery.
Which
Yes,
they
you can
probably
do rice
won't appreciate.
Which, yeah, again, I mean, but he will, he would.
He picks up some metal chopsticks.
So you can decide to leave today or tomorrow. I guess what I understand from the way we were talking up till now, you want to leave today while it's still light outside.
Yeah, it's only like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
It's
Yes, we'll get on the boat.
a little later, like 4 or 5, but there are some hours of sunlight yet. At least a couple hours. And yeah, you can leave right away because she gets you a boat. One of the fishermen is going to take you.
Is it our fisherman?
Oh yeah, of course it can be. So it is. Is it the tall halfling or the short human?
I guess it depends on who won the boat, whose space was the space.
All right. Yeah. Well, I don't know which of you
Well,
is
they're
which.
friends now, so
So there's actually they're on either end of the boat, and they're each rowing their own part of the boat.
It's
Yeah.
the same boat. It's the
Same
same.
Yeah, they're both rowing the same boat. It's like, if you're using my boat, I'm going with you.
That's my oar. My oar. My boat, my space, my oar, but
I thought you were friends now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, friends. Which is,
definitely friends.
Mhm.
we'll be staying with the boat when you get there, and then we'll stay with the boat and bring you back.
Our boat, our friends. Friends.
Cool. So they keep throwing dirty looks at each other. The fishermen who are coming, the last of the fishermen who stayed out on the lake are coming back in, and they seem to be just as unfriendly to these two and to each other as they were to each other. So just like a whole host of looks, which basically means stay out of my space or stay away from my boat and my fish. My space, and also like for the 5 of you, stay out of our village. All of that conveyed in just a bunch of mean, squint-eyed looks that you're getting. You are rowed on the lake towards the island. It gets quiet, and now that you're not in the village, it gets nice again.
Grebble sit at the back of the boat and just sort of stick a hand in the water, and where all the froth comes up, he just sort of makes some bubbles that go out behind the boat.
Nice.
And Triss is on, like, I think probably the front of the boat, leaning as far as they can, like basically their face against the water. So they're holding on, but barely. Just like kind of occasionally like putting their head into the water as it goes past and coming out.
And Dirt is lying down in the middle because that way his weight is best spread out and less likely to capsize the boat.
Yeah, Atlas is sitting in the middle and trying very hard not to get any water on their armor because our rust is a bitch.
Yeah. Okay. While you're being
And Wilk is also there.
well, exactly. So Wilk is like scooting in the just the right side of the boat. Again, against the side, exactly as the same way she sits in the cart when you're out in the field. And then you notice, Aklis, that just randomly she sat quite close to you, and she turns to you, and she says, Aklis. She's trying to be as quiet as possible. Everything around is kind of quiet except for the the sound of like the frothing water and the bubbles coming up that Grebble is making, and some very quiet lapping waves against the sides of the boat. So anyone who wants to hear can hear it. She's trying to be quiet. And she reaches out a hand just to catch your attention, and she says, "Aklis, can I ask you something?"
Of course. Go ahead, Wilk.
So I guess I feel like in the time that we've had together, I got to know everyone in your group, maybe except for you. And we never had like a chat or a talk about where you're from, and
What a crazy random happenstance.
it is, I think so too. Just seems to be on the opposite sides of the cart, or just like when we're walking, you always never seem to be around when I'm up for chatting or talking.
Weird.
Yeah, maybe I thought we could take this opportunity to talk, to get
Right.
to...
What would you like to talk about?
Well, you have this sword and this armor, and your family that I know we don't like this your sibling that we met, but
Right.
it seems to be a very important family and very rich one to afford all this
Yes, we
armor
are
that
very
you're...
rich and important, that's true.
Huh. So are you here on a mission or like a job?
Oh, no, I don't have a job.
Oh.
How quaint. No. I do have a mission though. My mission is to keep order, keep the balance between life and death.
Balance between...
That is my family's mission.
Oh, okay. So, balance between life and death seems actually like it's a very important thing.
It is, yes.
Do you feel... Are you sworn to it, like officially? Is it your... Because you said that you were a Death Knight quite a few times, and from all the chatting, the little talk we've had with your sibling, it's like even it seemed like to be a competition between you to see who's the better Death
Oh
Knight.
yes, never mind Damien, they're quick. But my other sibling is very nice. Maybe
Oh.
we'll meet them some other day.
Oh, good, yeah. So
Most
there's
of my family are very nice people. Damien is just, Damien.
and is part of your... She gets like even a little bit closer and a little quieter. Is part of your oath or mission to never take off any part of the armor?
That's a rather intimate question, Wilk.
I guess it is. I'm sorry. Never mind. I was just curious because I never saw you and take it off, and I always felt like... I always seemed to be like it would be terribly uncomfortable to sleep in the armor, but you do.
Oh, well, it's all part of the training, learning to be a Death Knight. The armor is a very important part of it.
Oh, training. Wow. She leans back and stares away a little bit at the sky, kind of thoughts racing and obviously imagining what this training must be like. Well, it sounds like a religion.
Oh, no, it's not religion.
Well, if it isn't, then I need to figure out what it is like.
Why the sudden interest, Wilk?
It's not sudden. I've been interested for a while in all your stories. I want to know, and then she leans in again and she whispers, I want to know also where that other smoke summoning came from, the one that fought against you alongside Damien as well, but I never could find the nerve to ask Triss because they seemed so distraught by that encounter.
Right. I'm afraid when it comes to the summoning, I don't know much more than you do. It's probably best if you ask Triss, and I do believe they'd be open to discussing it, even if it is quite an emotional issue for them. like clicked on something and
I'm. What?
everything went wrong.
Well, while that's happening, Triss is 100% not listening because every so often you just hear a splash and then. And then
Cool. I'm sorry I'm so nosy suddenly, and she points at the not completely formed bridge of her nose as she's saying it. So nosy, you know what I mean? Nosy. It's like the word plays you always do. I'm nosy.
Me? Oh, I never do
All
that.
of you.
That is,
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it's just dirt.
perhaps you misunderstood. That's quite all right. I know you are new in this world, and it is only natural for you to still learn how things go.
I'm trying to learn as much as possible. I'm trying to take in as much information as possible. I still see myself as a messenger from the gods, although.
Right, but you don't have a message anymore.
That's right. What they have in store for me, I don't know any longer. So it's a mystery.
Grebble is listening in at this point, and he's going to say, maybe the gods want you to bring a message back.
Oh, that's true. Many messengers, carry messages back and forth.
A message back to the gods. Well,
That's right. So you've done one half of the job. You brought the message, and then maybe you have to find the information the gods need, and then you'll go back.
yes, that sounds like the right thing to do. To get a maybe an answer to the message that I brought. Can you remind me what that message was, by the way? I never could.
Yes, Grebble, what was it?
yeah, what was it?
So your message was about how there was a bowyer who was making arrows, and
Right.
the message to us was to the god sent you to help make sure that the bowyer made the arrows.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I remember that part. It's just that there's a part I always forget, as if it was in a dream. And you remember what I said that I don't even remember myself? You told me a bunch of times what that was, and I forgot each and every time. I just forget about it.
We've told you so many times that
Yes.
we probably it's as though we've got it written down. It's the number of times we've
You
said it.
said your name was Rilk. You just kept repeating.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that was the message, though.
I'm just trying to sort of go through my my mind as though it's like going through my notes,
Yes.
as it were.
Grebble, do you have a mind palace?
No, I'm
Exactly.
stupid.
I admire. I admire the way that your thoughts are always disordered, and you can find anything you want in your memory like that.
Nope, not down there anywhere.
Okay, well, I guess it's gone forever. I mean, you had it written down at some point, Matt. I remember you did repeat the message.
I don't think Triss ever.
I wrote it down, me personally.
Mm.
I mean, I know that Triss never heard the message.
It
I
might.
can barely remember what happened yesterday, so...
Yeah. Well, I guess you'll hear it again one day, or you won't. So yeah, she definitely doesn't remember, and you've noticed it. It's like you forget your dreams, even if you tell her what it was. She forgets what she said. That point where she went into a seemingly a trance and walked forward and touched the arrow that you were after. But yeah, I guess now none of you actually remembers what it was. Yeah, this you poke around in your memory, you try to remember, and you kind of recede a little bit into yourself. You kind of stop noticing the environment around you until suddenly something tugs at you, Grebble. How about the cat bite me nonstop, and also you. Right. Make a dexterity check.
Wait,
Uh,
Grebble.
Okay.
Does my acrobatics come in handy here?
Ooh, does it? It might.
Doesn't matter, I got success twice.
Yeah, okay, so it's a success anyway. I think it would be an advantage, that's true. Or would it? Because it's more like a quick reaction. Because something tugs at you from the water. Your foot that is dragging through the water. Suddenly...
Oh, my hand. It's my hand.
Oh, it's your hand, sorry.
Because I'm casting the spell.
So your hand is dragging through the water. You kind of stopped paying attention to it, and then suddenly something tugs at it. You pull your hand away just in time to see the end of a tentacle whipping about and starting to snake up, looking for that thing that it almost grabbed not a second ago. And that is going to be the end of today's session.
Really? Eat them out tentacles?
Yes. There's
so
water,
excited.
and there's going to be tentacles in the water.
I've got an idea.
It's
so hentai.
If we're trying to find aqueducts, maybe it's a quacken.
oh my God, that's perfect. If only it wasn't already written last Saturday, that would definitely be the
If
thing.
only this was an improv show.
If only it was a show open to suggestions from the players. No, everything is written beforehand. So cool. So this is already.
I thought I was genuinely guessing what you guys were
It was
thinking.
awesome though. I love that name. If nothing else, if that's not what they called him, then that's clearly its name. It's quacking.
Might be. Well, you'll see next week what it looks like, and then we'll rehash this this discussion. So I want to say thank you very much for everyone who joined. We will begin next week right where we stopped, because this is the time when you say roll for initiative. Not in this game, but this is the kind of vibe that we're in. We start a fight, and the music is definitely going to be different
But
next
it's a
time.
friend.
Oh well,
Tentacles.
Oh
What?
yeah, the
Okay.
tentacle is just here to say hi.
it might be
Yeah.
friendly.
He's just trying to meet us.
Let's see. Let's see what it's trying to do.
Definitely trying to meet us.
Yep. Thank you, our new follower, Ido WTF, and thank you, Furburn, for the cheer during the episode. That was awesome. Thank you, everyone who joined. Thank you to my players.
Thank you, Itamon.
You're quite welcome. And we will see you next week. As always, Saturday is the last in the current stretch of writing things together. It's going to change after, so if you still want to write together with other viewers and have me forced to draw in Roll20 whatever you write, then that can happen. Come join us on Saturday, and next Monday, as always, same time, same place, Questers of Yalpelor. And until the next time we see you, play hard and stay safe.
And wear masks.
Good night, everyone.
Night.